Danielle James. I'm a fashion and beauty journalist. I'm here to just host us through this evening, so we're going to start. Emerge is back. We are live and in person. So Emerge showcases emerging designers from across the country and the globe to give them a platform to showcase their collections. I think what a lot of people do not know about Fashion Week is how expensive it can be for a designer to show. So this platform gives people an opportunity to show their designs, to interact and meet with potential buyers, and also with media. So this is a very big deal for all the designers who are showing this evening. Let's show them some love. Emerge celebrated its 10-year anniversary last year, so we're also going to give a big round of applause to that for 10 years. 10 years. We're also having a Fashion Innovator Award today, and we're honoring the legendary Karl Kani. Without him, there would be no urban streetwear. He is the pioneer for all this. So I'm going to need a louder round of applause than that for Karl Kani. Thank you so much to Mielle Organics, to Courvoisier, to the New York, New York City, New York, New Jersey, New York Port Authority, Bennett Career Institute for the Hair Lamique Cosmetics, and with Models Inc. for all the backstage production. And now I'd like to introduce the woman who makes all of this possible, who works on this year-round to put this on twice a year, Miss Dion Williams.
Started 11 years ago in a small studio in Chelsea. I'm from Chicago, so I had a friend who was a designer on Project Runway, Terry Stevens, and when she finished the show, I was like, wow, we need some platforms for independent designers who are not in the official shows. Give them a great platform, we get some great people together and show them how a show is run and give them some visibility, and I started it 11 years ago, so I'm super excited. We started with the Fashion Innovator Award, so we can honor those. I thought it was so important, especially for young designers that are coming up, that they need to know who's coming before them. So we've honored Andre Leon Talley, Audrey Smalls, Kat Cleveland, Stephen Burrows has been on the stage. I can go on, and I'm so excited that Karl Kani is for tonight. In my 20s, I wore all the Karl Kani I could afford. I also want to thank our sponsors. So we have become virtual, and I would really want to just take out some time to let them know that they supported an emerging designer. Everybody is fresh-faced. The models are fresh-faced. The behind the scenes with the makeup artists with Bennett Career Institute, those are all students and also master stylists and makeup artists. I appreciate them. But people like Monique Rodriguez from Mielle Organics, our presenting sponsor, who doesn't know, didn't know about Emerge, but it was so important for her to support emerging Black designers. So I really appreciate you, Monique and Melvin. I also want to thank Courvoisier. Oh my God, the whole team at Courvoisier. We had a pre-event last night to toast Karl. It was amazing. The Courvoisier team has been with me side by side. There's an after party, look at your bag, hosted by Courvoisier. Thank you so much. The New York, Latoya, she's so shy, from Courvoisier, giving her whole team. Thank you guys so much. The New York Port Authority, but I just want to thank everybody for your support throughout the 11 years you have been with Emerge. I just want you to make sure that you tell people about it. The hashtag is Emerge Fashion Show, and you're going to enjoy the designers for tonight. Thank you, Danielle.
So before we start the fashion show, we want to give a very special tribute to the late Andre Leon Talley. For those of you that don't know, which everyone really should by now, Andre Leon Talley was an incredible fashion journalist who worked with Vogue. He also really set the stage for a lot of people of color to be in this industry that still doesn't have a lot of us that look like us in the industry. Andre Leon Talley was known for the ways he was able to mix art and fashion and really give us fresh editorials. He was also really Anna Wintour's right-hand man. She even credited him in the Gospel According to Andre and said that it was him and his fashion knowledge, which was a big reason why he was right by her side. Andre Leon Talley felt in his ending days that, he didn't fully get his flowers. I feel that he had his documentary, he had his book, The Chiffon Trenches, but really his community, I believe, didn't show up for him the way that we should have. So in his death, I want to take a moment for us to celebrate his life and all of his contributions that he made to this industry. So we're going to start with a special video.
Far I go in life, I always look up to God, and I always say that on Christ the solid rock I stand, all other ground is sinking sand, which is a favorite hymn of mine.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Much of my success was that I was educated, and I was knowledgeable, and I was smart. I had gone to school. The only way I got into New York in the fashion world was on my degrees, my master's degree, and my knowledge. So when I got into these worlds, when I got into the world of Mrs. Freeland and Annie Warhol, they were stunned by my tallness as well as by my resume.
I think I'm more of a person that is a custodian of style. Fashion for me is style, and how to evolve a style, or how to express a style, or how to translate style through fashion. I want to be remembered for supporting the greats, for being the person behind the scenes of the greats. I want to be remembered for my respect and my vitality and enthusiasm for my work.
We love you. I love you.
Thank you. I love you. Thank you so much.
So much, and we appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. I love you.
Thank you.
Be blessed. Thank you.
Yes.
Now I have the pleasure of introducing the lovely Jay Alexander.
So we got the house suit and over the. Okay. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for having me, Dion. And as it is Black History Month, I see a lot of Black History up in the room. And for those of you who are not Black, sew it all in. I met Andre Leon Talley in Paris, 1986. I heard that there was this tall black man, and most people sort of would say, oh, you remind me of Andre, but I had no idea who he was. And when I was waiting in the lobby of the Intercontinental Hotel in Paris to see the Yves Saint Laurent Couture show, which was my very first show, you could hear Andre before you saw him. When he turned the corner, I thought, oh my God, that's the guy I'm supposed to ask. So I said, Andre. Yes! Can you get me to see the Yves Saint Laurent fashion show? And then Andre's voice, well, child, who are you? What's your credentials? And I just said, I just want to see the fashion show. Well, child, let me see what I can do. And then 20 minutes later, a woman came out and said to me, Mr. Tali said that you're going to have a place to stand, but we're going to have a seat for you. And I said, okay, fine. And everything else has been fashion history. With Andre, he was not only a light when it came to fashion, but art, history, and life in itself. And Andre, you have been a fashion oracle for many, many people. May you not only rest in power, but rest in peace. And for those of you up here who didn't have their fashion shit together, trust me, you will be ready. Andre, we all love you. Thank you, have a good night. One more thing. To the models backstage, I gave you some of Jay's tips. I'm watching. Bye.
Can I see a walk? Can I just have a walk? Yes! All that without the music.
Bang.
So I want to give a moment so we can hear from our sponsors. I would love to start with Monique Rodriguez, the founder and CEO of Mayel Organics.
Good evening, everyone. Hello, my name is Monique Rodriguez, and I am the CEO and founder of Mayel Organics, which is a natural and certified organic hair product line that caters to women with curly, textured, multicultural hair. So the pink bags that you guys have under your seats, those are filled with amazing products, and I'm sure you're going to love them. And I'm super excited to be a sponsor and to support this amazing Black-owned Emerge fashion show. As Dion mentioned, as this is Black History Month, and it is important for us to always recycle the Black dollar, always continue to pour back into our community, continue to uplift and encourage and empower each other. And so I'm excited to be a supportive sponsor of this show, and I hope that you guys will support my brand. They are amazing products, as you guys can see in my hair. But you can find us also at your local Target, Sally's, CVS. We're at every major retail across the United States. We are a global beauty brand, and we are the #1 Black-owned hair care brand in this space. Thank you. And so, with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoy our products, enjoy tonight. I'm sure it's going to be amazing. And thank you, Dion, for having me. I'm super honored to be here. Thank you. Oh, and also you can follow us on social media at Mayel Organics.
Y'all, those products are fantastic. I use them myself. She did not pay me to say that. The pomegranate and honey, get that in your life. All right, so for the next portion of the evening, we're doing the Fashion Innovator Award. The Fashion Innovator Award has honored legends in the design industry during Emerge's 10-year anniversary, including Andre Leon Talley. Carl Kanai is our honoree this year. He's the godfather of urban fashion, and I want to introduce a video right now so you can see more.
At the junction of fashion and hip-hop lies the iconic and immortalized designs of Carl Kanai. Coined the godfather of urban fashion, Carl Kanai created one of the most iconic urban and streetwear fashion brands. You can't have a conversation about fashion without mentioning Carl Kanai.
What's called, not a lot of rappers that be wearing jeans, out with them tonight.
Cementing his own name on his clothing with his iconic retro signature as his logo, the fashion designer and mogul refused to settle for mediocrity. He forever puts in the work to reach new heights in all facets of his life and career. Growing up in Brooklyn, Kanai's style was inspired by hip-hop and street culture and apparel. The apparel he was looking for was nowhere to be found. This visionary took the formula of music and fashion and built a brand that captured the energy of hip-hop throughout the 90s.
I did a Carl Kanai ad. That was the coolest thing that you could be involved in, like who was in the next Carl Kanai ad.
Carl Williams changed his name to Carl Kanai, pronounced Can-I, to reflect the mantra he awakened with every morning. Can I do it? Can I become the Ralph Lauren of the street? Since the brand's inception, Carl Kanai filled a void in the world of fashion and revolutionized the concept of streetwear. Carl Kanai quickly became the it brand for the golden age of hip-hop that emerged in the late 1980s and commanded the music and pop culture scene through the 1990s. Signifying a golden era of hip-hop, these cultural benchmarks continue to influence music and fashion today. The eternally cool streetwear brand became the paragon and blueprint for a distinctive revolution in the world of fashion. With its legendary roots planted firmly in hip-hop culture, Carl Kanai is a street-certified classic. Carl Kanai's iconic legacy still resonates with the contemporary audience thanks to its slick retelling of street-inspired essentials. Carl Kanai's place in streetwear history will forever be set in stone. Emerge Fashion Show is honored to present the 2022 Fashion Innovator Award to Carl Kanai.
Carl Kanai began his brand in 1989, and today he's available in over 25 countries. The staying power of a legend in an industry that can be so finicky, and with designers who have not made it to even see 10 years. So to celebrate Carl Kanai today, and for all he has done for our community, for dressing hip-hop when no one else wanted to dress hip-hop, we're very, very thankful to have him. So now it's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Carl Kanai.
Thank you, everyone. Dion, Emerge, everyone, thanks for having us here today. It's great to be here amongst so many cool people. When I was thinking about what I wanted to say today, especially to the young up-and-coming designers, I thought about something that meant something to me, which is this whole process is a journey. We started back in the streets of Brooklyn, New York in 1989. But prior to that, growing up in Brooklyn, we had an appetite for fashion. At 12 years old, I remember I wanted every color Pumas. And I used to ask my mom, shout out to my mom, by the way. So sometimes it's not the things that your parents do for you, it's sometimes what they don't do for you. My mother couldn't understand why did I want 5 colors of the same sneaker, right? So she told me, you know what, go get a job. And what did I do at 12 years old? Me and my cousin Frank used to shovel snow on the block. I remember we used to come back with our hands frostbitten, but it was all worth it because we was able to save enough money to go to Glenwood Flea Market and buy those Pumas, right? So that led into us moving to East New York, and that's when fashion became real to me. When we moved to the projects, I went outside the first day to meet all the kids in the projects, and I just threw on whatever clothes I had on, and these dudes decided sizing me up in the project. I was like, what kind of shoes you got on, man? What's that? What you got? Man, this clothes is whack. So I went home crying to my mom. I said, Mom, look, I need some money to buy some clothes. These guys are laughing at my clothes. And once again, she told me, go get a job. So what did I do? I got me a newspaper route. At 14, I was delivering newspapers at 5:30 in the morning before school just so I could get some money. So now, I went and I bought me a Latigo short set, all white, so white and white Pumas. And I went back out to the mall again. Now I'm nervous, but I don't know if this is gonna be acceptable to those dudes, right? So I go out there, and it's like, sure, you got the white on white, it's cool, all right, cool. So after that, I realized fashion made me acceptable. And that feeling of being demoralized for not having good clothes on bothered me. And when I got accepted for fashion, I knew this was my calling. So sometimes, you know, destiny's calling your phone, and you gotta pick it up, right? So I picked up that phone. As I was growing up now, me and my friends, we got really competitive in fashion, so anytime we found something fresh, we wouldn't tell each other where we got it from. We wanted to be exclusive, right? So my dad is Panamanian. My dad used to get his clothes made by a tailor. And I remember he used to go to Delancey Street, buy his fabric, go back to Flatbush and get his clothes made. So that's kind of I saw the process, how he was doing it. Then I thought about my friends, the ones who didn't want to tell me where to get dope clothes from. I said, man, you know, if I made me an outfit, none of these guys would have it. And at the time, we wanted our clothes to be a little bit more loose and baggier, but it didn't happen in the stores. So I went to the tailor, bought 5 yards of linen, and I made me an outfit with some baggy linen pants and a jacket. And when I wore it around the neighborhood, everybody's like, man, that is so cool, where'd you get it from? So now you know I ain't gonna tell about my tailor, right? So I said, if you want one, I'll make you one. So I was really making clothing for a lot of dudes in the projects, all the hustlers coming to me, I was making outfits for them, right? But the most important day was one day I was sitting in the park with these girls and I was bragging at how I made this outfit for these guys, they didn't believe me. So she told the guy to come over here, she wants to see his jacket. She says, who made that jacket for you? He's like, Carl made it, all this stuff. She says, can I see it? He takes off his jacket and shows it to her, and she's looking at it. She's like, if Carl made it, how come his name ain't on it then? And that's when it hit me, because at the time I wasn't thinking about being a fashion designer. You know, back then it wasn't cool to be a fashion designer, but he's contributed so much to the fashion industry as a bunch of consumers. So when she said that to me, I went home that night, I was thinking of what I'm gonna call the brand name. And what we knew back then was Ralph Lauren, Giorgio Armani, Tommy Hilfiger, George Marciano. So I was like, all right, I wanna be like them. So I was like, okay, Carl Williams jeans. Just didn't it didn't have a ring to it the way I wanted it, right? It didn't have that thing. Can I, was a question I used to ask myself all the time, like, can I be successful? Can I come from the inner city and build a global brand to be timeless? I didn't know the answer to that, but I did know that if I call myself Kanai, that every day I have to answer that question, yes I can. So Enhanced, that's when Carl Kanai started. Me and my friend AZ, R.I.P. AZ, my friend of mine, he passed away last Christmas, but he was part of the journey with me, a major part of the journey, so I have to give him his props and give him his acknowledgement right now for that. We go out to LA, 2 dudes from Brooklyn, we ain't know nobody in LA, and we opened a store on Crenshaw Boulevard, right in the middle of the hood. I told AZ to find us a store in LA, he found out where all the people was hanging out at, and now we're on Crenshaw, right down the block from Nipsey Hussle store, and we thought we was about to get paid. Man, those dudes in LA was buying nothing, man. They was buying gangbang, so we made no money. As a matter of fact, some entrepreneurs came into our store and robbed us at gunpoint, took everything, right? So I remember I came back home, my mother's like, Carl, don't go back to California, it's too dangerous out there, don't go back. Remember that? And I was like, nah, Mom, I gotta finish this journey. I gotta finish the journey. We go back to LA, and we were still hustling, and then we put our ad into Ride On magazine. If y'all remember Ride On, it was young old school, right? We was able to save up enough money, put an ad in Ride On, and we was doing a mail order, and things started to flow a little bit. Then one night, my friends came to me and said, hey, Carl, look, there's this company called Cross Pullers that's having a fashion show at the Palladium. This is 1990. He says, you should come out. I was like, I don't want to go. I never went out. I just stayed in the apartment thinking all the time, right? So I finally decided to go, and I met the owner of Cross Pullers, Carl Jones. And I asked him, I said, look, I'm a designer, and I'm trying to get my stuff out there. How do I get to the department stores? He says, you know what? We're in the middle of a show, but if you come to my office tomorrow, we can talk. So I go to his office the next day, and within the first 10 minutes, he says, you know what? I heard about your stuff, and if you want some help, I'll be willing to help you out. And my heart started beating really fast. Now I'm nervous, because where I'm from, nobody just helps you out like that. It doesn't sound normal, like, you know, why would you want to do this? You already got your clothing brand, why would you want to help me? I told my mom about it. She said, you know, you need to pray about this one and see how you feel. And I did. And 2 weeks later, I went back to him and we became 50-50 partners. And the first year together, we did $89 million in sales, and it's been history ever since then. The point of the story, this whole thing is about this journey. And I tell entrepreneurs all the time that once you make that decision that you want to become an entrepreneur, you got to accept every moment that goes along with it, right?
That's right.
That there's going to be tough times, there's going to be dark alleys, and that's all part of the game. As you continue this journey, you'll find that you can get through anything. You got to will things into existence at times. And that's what we've done. So today, we've now expanded to 25 foreign countries. We have 10 flagship stores in Japan. And we're about to expand off to another major city right now. At the end of the day, to any of the designers out there, in life, if you ask yourself the question, can I? And the question is, the answer is, yes I can, yeah. Yes you can, yes we all can. Peace y'all, Carl Kanai.
It was Chanel Renee Boutique, then Macarasi Couture, Ty Brooks, Toten Carey, Kire London, and Edwin D'Angelo from my very own Harlem.
Sound like the Holy 2-3. to the city of gods. Papa's the king of New York. Now the nigga in charge. Only the choice is send the sauce. Find out the ops when we pick them apart. I give them my time, so I give them my heart. The city love me, and they're really a star. You never stop. If I wanted to not let you come into the city, it's mine. This is the home of the fly shop. It's where the bitches gon' watch pockets. When I'm on TV, I gotta look good, cause I know the whole block watching. You chill with the ops, he's not following. If I see him in person, we box spot. Need a police as soon as we not stop. This is the time of big drip, smooth talk, Millie rock, money dance, good walk. You will not survive being too soft. Been a long time, we took a new raw shoe short, so we got a new course. We stopped and we let it cool off. Service in Brooklyn. It's a city that come with the lights. I'm with the drillers that come with the night. They did 4 years of college, did 25 to life. We make money every night. Never too big of a price. After I bought us some copy boys, I'm calling Lincoln Mike. I let him have my wife, and she thank me. This Balenciaga, this is Goose in a new blue Yankee. This is jam so focused, throwing a mask, no coat. I'ma turn you like to a meme, leg dress on the boy poster. You got an album postponed. I dropped 2 and they both going. I got a feeling they in the feelings. They filming the show but won't show it. You gotta watch me in slow motion. I'm in that wide body Benz. I go back to college, do it out, and then drop out again. Took me a minute to get here. My vision is crystal clear. Hey Bobby, excuse me, but this is a feature of the year. I feel like Sinatra in the streets. Me and Drizzy, we in peace. Just a backpack with the polo and the first Jesus piece. I'm from the shop, but I've always been broken in the city. They treat me like Jesus walking. I've been through the pain and all of the torment. I say his name, I'm making a order. Now it's time to give him hell. Ask my staff if paying well. This afternoon, 100 goons pulling up to S&M. When I pull up, instead of revival, they act like they love me. They don't even like you. They throw a party, won't even invite you. I see the same thing happen to Michael. The black bridge, they say you cycle. It's like a cycle. If you text me anything hype, you better text back and say it's a type. The city of gods, no city is like you. It's a new New York, yeah, the gold, Bobby is viral, it's the Bible. Welcome to the city of gods. Papa's the king of New York. Now the nigga in charge. Only the choice is send me sauce. Find out the ops when we pick them apart. I give them my time, so I give them my heart. The city love me, and they're really a star. Money and pounds, everything we do is gon' come with a challenge. Any bitch you fuckers gon' come with a bounce. Any Millie Rock, money dance, who walk. You will not survive being too soft. Been a long time, we took a new raw shoe short, so we got a new coffee. Stop till we let it cool off. Service in Brooklyn, it's a city that come with the lights. I'm with the drillers that come with the night. They did 4 years of college, did 25 to life. We make money every night. Never too big of a price. After I bought some copy boys, I'm gone link with Mike. Never let him have my wife, nigga, she thank me. This Balenciaga, Balenci boots and a new Yankee. This is jab so focused, throwing a mask, no coat. I'ma turn you like to a meme, let just on the boy post it. You got an album postponed. I dropped 2 and they both going. I got a feeling they in the feelings. They filming the show but won't show it. You gotta watch me in slow motion. I'm in that wide body Benz. I go back to college, do it out, and then drop out again. Took me a minute to get here. My vision is crystal clear. Hey Bobby, excuse me, but it's a feature of the year. I feel like Sinatra in these streets. Me and Drizzy, we in peace. Just a backpack with a polo and a first Jesus piece. I wanna shop, but I'm always New York in the city. They treat me like Jesus walking. I've been through the pain and all of the torment. I say his name, I'm making a important. Now it's time to give him hell. Ask my staff, I pay him well. This afternoon, 100 goons pulling up to S&M. When I pull up, is that on the Bible? They act like they love you, they don't even like you. They throw a party, won't even invite you. I see the same thing happen to Michael. Black on the bridge, they say you cycle. It's like a cycle. You text me anything hype, you better text back and say it's a type of city of gods. The city is like you. It's a new New York, here to go. Bobby is viral, it's the Bible.
Welcome to the city of gods. Papa's the king of New York. Now the nigga in charge. Only the drillers and city sauce. Front of the ops when we pick them apart. I give them my time, so I give them my heart. The city luncheon and they're really a soft.
You decide. If I wanted to not let you come into the city, this is the home of the fly shop. It's where the bitch gon' walk pockets. When I'm on TV, I gotta look good, cause I know the whole block watching. We chill with the outfit, it's not vibing. If I see him in person, we box five. Need a point, so we not stopping. This is the time, big driven, smooth talk. Millie Rock, money dance, who walk. You will not survive being too soft. Been a long time, we took a new raw shoe short, so we got a new coffee. Stop till we let it cool off. We were viral on they looking. It's a Sunday service in Brooklyn. It's a city that come with the lights. I'm with the drillers that come with the night. They did 4 years of college, did 25 to life. We make money every night. Never too big of a price. After I bought some copy boys, I'm gone link with Mike. If I let him have my wife, nigga, she thank me. This Balenciaga, Balenci boots and a new Yankee. This is jab so focused, throwing a mask, no coat. I'ma turn you like to a meme, let just on the boy post it. You got an album postponed. I dropped 2 and they both going. I got a feeling they in the feelings. They filming the show but won't show it. You gotta watch me in slow motion. I'm I'm in a wide body Benz. I go back to college, do it out, and then drop out again. Took me a minute to get here. My vision is crystal clear. Hey, Bobby, excuse me, but this the feature of the year. I feel like Sinatra in these streets. Me and Drizzy, we at peace. Just a backpack with a polo and a first Jesus piece. I'm from the shop, but I'm always New York in the city. They treat me like Jesus walking. I've been through the pain and all the torment. I say in his name, I make it important. Not sign to give me that. I see the same thing happen with Mike and like the bridge, the same cycle. It's like a cycle. If you text me anything like you better text back and say it's the type of city of gods. The city is like you. It's a new New York. Yeah, the dope probably is viral. It's the Bible.
Stacking up my money, no time for the shit. Money pull up, I don't pay for the things. Me no fighting, me no fighting. Rolling down drums from bungalow to London. I did my penthouse, you can't reach me. Me no fighting. It is not your first time down. I'm not the one calm down. You know I'm not your problem. You can be me, my brother. Don't have your time down now. Only mú mi gbàgbà, tó bá ń bínú farabalẹ̀, ọ̀bọ̀yá kò lárí mọ́lẹ̀. Ókè ókè, it's okay let them see. Trouble no dey play me, ìjà yẹn ò dey gbé mi. Ókè ókè, we ókè ókè, I just wan jàre lókè lókè. Okay.
Did you guys enjoy the show? Make some noise if you enjoyed the show tonight. We're very, very grateful. We're very thankful for everyone to come to our show. Thank you again, Dion Williams, everyone involved, all the sponsors. Me and Aaron has been with this amazing, amazing platform for 11 years, and we're just so glad that we're here celebrating the anniversary with all of you, especially with the iconic designer Carl Kanai and all of our great friends here from New York City and abroad. So we thank you again. Anything you want to say?
We hope you guys enjoy the show. Thank you.
All right, guys, this has been a wonderful time having all of you here. Thank you again. My name is Danielle James. I'm a fashion and beauty journalist. You can find me at The Island Diva with 1D. Thank you to everyone who did hair and makeup, to all the models, to all the designers that showed.
Elliot Carlisle introduced us. I just want to thank you for all my partners. It's so important to have Chet Bennett from the Bennett Institute from Washington, D.C., Babe and Aaron from Models Inc., who are partners. I also want to recognize Kim Roxy from Lamique Cosmetics. She is Black-owned female makeup brand, Lamique, vegan. She's in Ulta's. She's been with me for like 10 years. Thank you. I also want to thank, when I started this show 11 years ago, I had 3 kids. So at the time they were 8, 9, 10. Now they're older, so I want to say wave to Cameron Williams, who this is the first year they've been helping me, Kennedy, and then Lauren, who's still at home. I want to introduce my goddaughter, Lisa, and my sister, best friend. Thank you guys so much for coming.